Mm-hmm. 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 Hey, what's going on? Okay, can you hear me? Can you fucking hear me? Because I'm using StreamYard again. Please tell me this is fucking working. Because last time I used StreamYard, I such a fucking pain in the ass with the audio problems I had Tuesday. Okay, you can hear. It works. Mechaside, you can hear me. Oni64 can hear me. And Dino needs to take the dick out of his ear to hear me. Okay. Okay. So, where were we? We're gonna go back to it. We're gonna go back to it. We got false flagged. Hide, bitch. Hide this fucking thing. People don't want to see that shit. They want to see my lovely lady lumps. Anyway, so we got false flagged and shit, right? Right? And our shit got taken down by YouTube, but we're back. Whatever. A little inconvenience. The problem with the false flagging shit is that because YouTube is basically being run by bots right now because everybody's fucking at home. Things are like on automation, right? So okay, no, hold on. Oh, I see. The thing is all right. Um anyway, so like YouTube is being run automatically. So anybody that does any kind of false flag, it's immediately going to come down without anybody like logging in to see if that stream is actually, breaking the laws or community guidelines or whatever. It's going to immediately come down. And then in order to get back up, you just go and you fucking dispute the claim and your video shows up on your YouTube and then you can go back to live streaming. It's annoying, but whatever. It's shit we're just going to have to deal with because people have too much fucking time on their hands. Instead of going out there and creating content, they're trying to go out there and censor content and deplatform content just because they don't like someone. Not because of what someone's saying or because of what someone's doing, but just to be a bastard. Just to be a fucking bastard. They're doing it. Anyways, so where was I? I was talking about this page. I was talking about Joe Med, how he started developing his forms, right? And then I came down here and I made fun of this panel because of the absurdly low amount of effort put into the background of it, right? Which, okay. And what I was about to say was if he had taken this out, if he'd taken this whole panel border out and left this open, it would look so much better overall on the page. Because as you're being brought in from the corner over here, you're being brought in, and all these figures are bringing you over here. She's bringing you down here to this one, and you're going through looking at this stuff. The balloons are over here, and they're bringing you back over this way. And then she brings you down here, and this could have been a nice open panel to just like push you out because her hair is flowing, details coming this way. This could have been a nice open panel to push you out. But he's still working on finding his voice and things like that. And he did eventually find it. This is from Uncanny X-Men 325, page 18. You come in here, you can see more of Joe's amazing work. Steve, very sunny. It's very sunny where this dilapidated, shitty building is. Because you want to make sure all your shitty buildings look like they're having a good time. I love this cross-hatching here. I don't know if this was something that Joe did on purpose, or if the inker did it. But this is called basket weaving hatch. Basket weave hatch. And the basic premise of it is you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I suck at it. I always fuck it up for some stupid reason. Watching that border being deleted was surprisingly satisfying. Yeah. It added a little something to it, right? But I think at that point in his career, he was thinking more about, just making sure the figures look good and storytelling, and not necessarily about the panel layout, how that contributes to the story of the page. But he definitely, added that into his arsenal of shit. I have a page from that issue. There's notes all over the borders. They used to put notes all over the borders for colorists and inkers. But he went into a little more detail, and you can see what I was talking about before, where he just kind of breaks down the musculature. Let's go in a little closer here, because he's still rounding it off with these seams from Colossus. He's still rounding it off with these seams, but when he does the shadows, you see the seam here. When he does the shadows, he'll break it down like that and kind of give it a little more angular vibe, right? And where's a good example of that? Right here. You see hers. It's broken down into angling her bicep and her tricep there. And for something that's supposed to have a lot of light and shadow on it, he really did not shade these characters very much. Did he? No, he didn't. So let's move on from that page. Maybe we'll get some more. This is from Wizard Magazine. This is his Wizard Magazine cover. He definitely came into his own on this. You can see more angularity, we'll call it, in what he's doing. He's still working out the shadows, how he wants to do them on this. But his shape language is definitely has definitely shown up. It's shown up to the party. His shit is on point now. Oozing goodness. Yes, it is, because you can see the fist. People do this through his fingers, right? They draw fingers like him, and you'd be like, hey, that guy is influenced by Joe Mad. Or they draw the way he draws a mouth. And you'd be like, that's a Joe Mad mouth. Like, you can see that in Andrew Huerta. He definitely draws a Joe Mad mouth. And then a lot of his other shapes are taken from, like, Asami Obari and Ninja Scroll and other things like that. We've all got our influences. But you definitely see Joe's anime influence coming out here. There's some... Look at this. This is some Kia Asamiya shit right here. This hand, Straight up Kia. Straight up Kia Sonya. The hair, I'm not sure where he gets the hair from. But this is a cool page. This is a cool pinup. I like that the Cyclops' blast is what's lighting this entire page. Cyclops' blast. If I could just fucking talk. And then you have the energy from Gambit's booger flicking energy being the secondary lighting, which is lighting up Cyclops' back here and around his shoulder area. The main focal point of light is right here. That's really cool. Because this is lit. You get the second lighting here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at that. It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool. Fucking cool. Fucking cool. Look at these fingers, man. This is like ultra shit. Ultra Joe Mad shit. He went a little too far on this. You missed the puppet. The puppet's coming back. Puppet's coming back. I need to figure out what the hell to do. Everything is kind of boring. This little ladybug is just chilling. Like, hi, Wolverine. How are you? I'm a ladybug. Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi, says the ladybug to Wolverine. This is some feral shit here. But again, with the shapes. Now, what made him so fucking popular is that he had such a clean and energetic style. Mechacide. No, this is not Sabretooth. This is Wolverine. He was in a very feral state at this point. And like it got worse and worse and worse. You know, he ended up like not having a nose and shit in some things, and he just became super covered with hair. This was a fucking retarded storyline, but he became straight primal. Why he lost the nose, I don't know. But yeah, he just became straight up primal. And you know, that brings up a good question. His bones, right, are covered in adamantium. Shouldn't his teeth be silver? Shouldn't he look like he's flossing with some Lil Wayne grills or something? And his fingernails, shouldn't they be silver? Shouldn't they look like they've been painted silver? I mean, that's bone that's growing out of your skin. It's a bone that's growing through. It's the same stuff your bones are made out of, right? Isn't it? Teeth aren't bones, but they're part of his skull. They're part of his skull. And he had all that shit being put in there, right? So shouldn't they be silver? I just want to see Wolverine with some grills. I just want to see like the grill. What's up? What's up? Boom, boom. Right? Shouldn't that be a thing? No? Am I the only one that thinks that Wolverine should have silver teeth? See, look, time saver. Time saver. I don't have to draw the shoulders. I only have to draw one little forearm. What the fuck is going on here? I only have to draw one forearm and one leg because I drew a big old cloak on Mandingo Muchacho here. Whatever his name. They couldn't afford adamantium dental work for him? I guess so. That's right. Look at this. Even some more stuff. But anyways, going in closer here. Fucking thing. You can see what I'm talking about now with the how he sort of, even though it's rounded, he sort of keeps the planes of the face that's almost flat. when he shades them in. Like things are still rounded for him, but it's still the way he develops the planes on a figure. It still kind of comes off as flat, and it's very unique. Anyways, one of the things that made Joe Mad so popular is he has so much energy in his work. It's just on every single panel and everywhere. You can feel it in there. Just look this, and this is just badass. Just look at it. Just fucking cool, man. And he was bringing more techniques in from manga and anime that you can't really see it on this page, but like this page, you can fucking see it here. You can fucking see it here, right? You can see it's a 3D block technique to create form. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Right here, you can see the anime techniques. Look at this fucking this shit. It's like whipped energy or something being smashed. Ooh, this is 600 DPI. We can get real nice and snug with this shit. This sold for $1,500. Good Christ Almighty! This shit sold for $1,500. Joe got robbed. Damn. Anyway, when I saw this in Battle Chasers, what really pissed me off when I saw this page was the shading. The use of blacks that Joe did. You come down here and you look at this figure. I really wanted him to do a hell of a lot more than that. More of that. I wanted him to use a shit ton, a fuck ton more blacks in his work because it just looks so good. It looks so sexy. Here's some shit he got from Mike Mignola. Some Mignola-isms in there. But look at this. This is where when he went and did Battle Chasers, like when he was doing X-Men, he introduced some of those manga techniques and some of those anime techniques and made them pretty popular, because that's where a lot of his energy came from. It came from anime. And people started to pick up on that, and they picked up a little bit. But when he went and did Battle Chasers, it's like he just leveled up and leveled up with each issue. And he brought in more and more techniques. You can see in here, like the explosions, the same type of shit that comes out of anime and manga, right? And you can see here he's playing a little bit with the speed lines that are so prevalent in manga. Not quite using the speed lines for blur effect, the way James Herron does so well, and bringing that over. But he started incorporating it a little bit while still keeping real defined form, because that's something that Joe really loves. You can tell that in his work when he does these, when he has these thick outlines on his characters. He really loves to define the figure and the shape and the object. He is of that school where, everything needs to be defined as a silhouette. So he has this thing where he makes sure that his characters are defined around the edges, and then he goes in there and he noodles with the detail and doing all that shit. Even with such a clean style, he still like places everything so perfectly to make it look like it's dirty and shit. And it's just great. It's just so fucking good. Of these little crusties on the eye. This is an evil fucking dude. Evil dude. But yeah, I wanted him to do blacks so much more. so many more, so much. This was inked by Jason Martin. Look at that. There were like 48 inkers on this book. Oh, this was 7200 DPI, 72 DPI. So fuck that. And again, using anime and manga techniques like this, he completely introduced this shit from like new layer dipshit. Completely introduced this shit from anime with the the black screen, and then you got the slices going through the air. Introduce that shit. Now you see people doing that. Most definitely. And then here, this is what I'm talking about. Like he came in with this blurring technique that manga artists use a lot of. Alpha Wolf, welcome. What's up? That Garrison pissed Mecha Side off. He makes everything look so fucking easy, man. I'm gonna show you a couple things in a second here. That's gonna make you just want to throw things. You're just gonna want to punch people in the fucking head. Street Fighter and Capcom art were his influence. Yep, big influence. Big influence, and then a lot of anime influenced him. And the techniques that, anyway, where was I? The techniques that he brought in from manga. This blurring technique that he's doing right here, that he's trying to do to make the fists look like they're coming at you. Like I said, he still wanted to have that defined image, the defined form. That's really important to him. To have those defined things. Like, it's very clear what that is. Nowadays, you see people, they come in there and they do this and they just completely, they go over the hand. They define the hand with that kind of blur, with that effect, with these lines, right? To show you that it's moving so fast, it's just a complete blur. Where Joe wanted to keep the form and keep the detail in it. Most people are just trying to get the form because your brain can still pick it up, right? So he introduced it, he brought it here, and then people like James Herron took it to the next level. Right? Oh, we got us a special guest coming in to school me. What's up, Huerta?
What up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if
the I'm on the phone, so I don't know how the quality is.
Quality sounds pretty okay. Deep throat the microphone like you're getting an extra 5.
Hold on. Let me Let me get the iPad. Hold
on. Anyway, and right here, see, he does it right here. He tries to do it, but because he wants everything with such a defined form to it, it sort of looks like this guy has blade hands now. But he's going ping, 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 all over there. Giving this a little blur as it's coming through. Nomad brought these techniques over, and then people took them and ran with them, and were like, "What?" People like Daniel Warren Johnson, James Herron, Ryan Otley picked up on it from people like James Herron, and he started introducing it into his work more in the last, I want to say 5 years. Definitely introducing it more on his Spidey work. But look at this. There's a little Stephen Platt influence in here too from Joe, because when he draws a character hunched over, he has them roll their shoulders like Stephen Platt does, so the characters look all beefed up. He's doing it here.
Wrong.
I was joking. Fuck you, wrong.
I found my iPad.
Thank you.
Got my ghetto set up, my coronavirus set up.
There's a little Platt influence in there. It's mostly Bengus and Acumen and anime and stuff, but there's a little Platt in there. This shit, the way he's defining the The arms here. This is all fucking Bangus and Acumen. All that
That's like my
Capcom
favorite.
shit.
That's one of my favorite pages in Battle Chasers.
Yeah, it's a damn good page.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
went
this.
off on that one.
Look at this defined muscle. This is like almost like some Trad Moore shit, where there's very few breaks in the muscle definition here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you share this? Did you share this on Twitter?
Yeah.
All right. Let me
Feel free to share it again.
I'm gonna share it too.
And everybody in the chat, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit that like button. If you want to directly support the channel, there's a link in the description where you can send Donnie Dorito monies, but mostly hit like and share it on Twitter so I can grow the audience. I would prefer that one. I love this when he fucking catches a sword. He just fucking catches a sword with a smile, and then Garrison's got this angry, surprised look on his face. It's going close on that.
Hold on. I'm gonna tag Joe Mad.
That's pretty dope.
Tell him to watch.
This is one of the things that definitely see a lot of in your art is the muscle definition. Very few breaks in it. Like very, very, very defined. 3% body fat. You know, that's what you guys do.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? That panel you're discussing right now? I drew I think it was in high school. I drew that panel on my wall. Like
on your bedroom wall?
On my wall, right on the wall. It was like it's just I have white walls, or in the condo that we lived in, it was just white walls.
That's racist.
And I literally just got a pencil and I just started drawing on it directly. That I drew Garrison. I don't think I ever got to what is his name? The monk. I forgot his name. But
the blue
monk. I drew. It was I was gonna make it a huge mural. Like I wanted the whole wall to be that panel, and I never finished.
That's pretty rad. And then you just masturbated to it every night?
No, but it's just I forget the things that I've drawn in the past until I see something, you know.
Hmm.
Did I not work?
This is like the mouth. Very, very Joe Mad shape. Very Joe Mad shape language. Right. Like Ryan Otley. He's like one of 3 people that have very distinct mouths that you can pick out in a heartbeat.
Well,
when it comes to the
heartbeat. When it comes to the mouth, like Joe Mad, I think got his mouths from maybe a couple sources. I think he obviously got it from Art Adams, and then he took it from obviously the Capcom guys like Akiman or Bengus and whoever else he was looking at. And anime, because a lot of anime mouths have similar mouths like that. But another guy that has crazy mouth shapes is Todd McFarlane. So when you brought up Otley is, you know how like Joe Mad started with Art Adams, Otley started with McFarlane, so that's why Otley has those crazy faces and mouths. I think that's coming from McFarlane.
That's cool. All right, let's go to the next page. This one just fucking badass. Another one inked by Jason Martin, who really, really loved doing the fat black outlines. He was really good when it came. This one sold for $1,500 too. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he started. This is around the time Joe Mad started to really find himself, and I don't know if he took more time on these pages or what, but like towards the end of that Battle Chasers run, that's when he was at his like peak. He peaked out like here.
He definitely took more time on them. I mean, you can just tell with the placement of the shadows and the details.
Like issue 7, 8, 9, he peaked good. Either he had a badass thinker or what, but he peaked, and It was his best work, and it's not a coincidence that when he launched that Battle Chasers Kickstarter campaign for the video game, everybody just jumped on that shit. Like,
yep. Especially when they thought he was going to be doing the next 3 issues.
Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I don't have time. I'm going to get someone else. Like, Jesus Christ, just finish your work.
Make time. That's why people backed it.
Dude, like, he's rich. He's rich. He's a millionaire. I know he is. And just don't go to work and just do the book.
Hey, he's got time now, fucking quarantine and shit. But yeah, this is like another one of those moments where it's like I see him using more black on this. Like, look at Garrison's leg, and I was just like, fuck, introduce more spot blacks into your shit. Do it.
Yeah, if he really wanted to, he could do dark. He can go dark. You know what I mean? He can do like a dark series or something.
Yeah, because it really ramped up. You had, he's adding more shadows. It really made something. Made it look just fucking cooler. Just love the blacks pulling you over. I remember staring at this bottom panel here, for hours. You're like, I want to draw like that. I want to draw with those figures, but I want it to be that gritty. One thing I love the way he draws his hair. I gotta swipe that somehow.
Yeah,
he creates this shape, and it's annoying.
When I drew that panel on my wall, I made it. I guess that was around the time when, well, not right then, but a couple years after. That's when like Deviant Art and those comic forums started blowing up. And I remember when I started posting to work, people were like, "Oh, like you draw like Joe Mad, you have this, you have that." So it sucked too. You don't know how much of a clone you are until a lot of people keep bringing it up. And then I was like, you know what? I can't look at his work anymore. So I stopped looking at his stuff, and I never went back. And then I just went to the source. I wanted to find out who he was looking at, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna copy his masters, and that's what I did. And then now I draw the way I draw. So
when you started drawing the way in this jaggedy style, when it first started out, it kind of looked digitized.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It kind of looked pixelated. I really liked that. And you still got some of that in there, but you've defined it a lot more. You've definitely refined it.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
You certainly found yourself. I'm still struggling. That's just a gorgeous.
That's why I tell you to, avoid switching styles so much, because it messes with you.
Battle Chasers 8, page 8. This one sold for $2,000. Jeez,
that's not a lot when you think about it.
No, it's not a lot for his page, for Battle Chasers page, even at that time.
Do you know how much he made back then?
A shit ton of money.
No, but like, did you know his page rate? I know his page rate. You know
what was it?
I forgot who told me, or if I read it somewhere, but I think it was someone. Someone said he was getting $500 a page.
That sounds about right.
And this was in the 90s, yo. The 90s. $500 a page.
He'd still be getting $500 a page.
But it's $500 a page now. It's not much.
Mm-mm.
But in the 90s, Jesus, dude. Like, he was making bank. And not only that, he had royalties. He had royalties, too. So he had $500. He was getting paid $500 per page plus royalties. That's when Marvel was like, even after the collapse of the industry or whatever, the stock, the bubble, guys were still making good money, man. And comics were still selling decent.
Look at this dude's face. That's great. Little derp face. So look at this. Look at the shadows on his face and his hair, and it's just, asshole, why are you so good? Jason Martin good, again. Dude. Jason Martin with those thick black lines.
He's one of those guys that's a prodigy. He was always good.
He developed pretty fast too.
Dude, he worked at Marvel at 16 years old.
Mm-hmm. And he developed pretty fast.
I've never heard anybody that young working at Marvel.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody that young working at Marvel either, besides him.
I mean, he was a prodigy. I mean, he obviously his first Marvel work wasn't great, but to be good enough to get hired, I mean, dude had skill at that age already.
Maybe Rob Liefeld. I think Rob was like 18 when he started.
Yeah, but his work was like is a little doo-doo, a little bit, like just not. I don't know.
You can cuss on this
But
channel. It's okay.
he grew into his own.
Look at this
For
finger. Sure. I love the shapes. I fucking love the shapes that he does with fingers. He gives them so they're meaty as fuck. They're just meaty.
Yeah, you like meat, man.
Love it. Give it to me, all of it, all the meatiness.
You like thick meat. Yeah.
Big thick meat. Manly meat.
Yeah, that's one thing that
thick
a lot of
lines.
his clones do. If you look at his clones, they always copy his hands.
And the faces.
Yeah, man. I've learned to not like. I'm tempted to draw that way, but nah. I'm just gonna.
You still do his mouth. You still have the same mouth, but that might be because you went and looked at his sources.
Yeah, that's what I did. So when someone says like, "Oh, you're a mad," like someone says you're a mad clone, I'm like, no, I'm a Bengus or Akiman clone. So they're like, oh, okay.
But you see that, like that it's that, you know what I'm talking about with that mouth, with that little like super grimace, super frown. Mm-hmm. That is straight out of Ninja Scroll. That fucking rock dude.
Ninja Scroll. Masami Obari does it. There's a bunch of dudes that do it. He's not. Joe Mad did not invent that shit.
He just made it popular in the U.S. for people that didn't know what manga and anime were.
Yeah, man. He was basically there at the right time, right place, and all that shit.
Yeah. See, here it is again. I was talking earlier about he introduced like the blur lines, the motion blur on figures. Like here he is doing it with the leg, with Garrison jumping. He did it sparingly. He didn't do it like Daniel Warren Johnson and Heron do it. They do it a lot, and they really just go all out to make the to define the form of what's being blurred, as opposed to
they blur everything, dude. They overdo it. They blur everything.
Yeah, I don't think they overdo it, but I think they're pretty close to overdoing it. But Joe really did it sparingly on places like
I want to see
that leg.
I want to see guys like Heron or DWJ, Daniel Warren Johnson, draw a panel of a guy taking a shit. I want to see that. It'll just be like, it'll be blurred lines all crazy and like movement. Like, why are you doing that? He's just taking a shit.
I can guarantee that James Heron would draw it like, when Ren from Ren and Stimpy would just like get that face with veins popping out, just like curving out of the neck like a tube. He would draw it like that. This just collapsed. It's just this asshole he's coming out of right there. Excusez-moi. Some more stuff, more technique that he took from anime. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Your shit is dangling around. Man of Sex wants me to make that face again. Like, I know that's getting clipped and put on a meme.
You got the best faces.
This thing, everyone fucking stole this shit. This shit on the wall.
Panel.
What?
I only like panel 1.
Do what on panel 1?
That's the only thing I like on that page.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. The only thing you like on this entire page is panel 1?
Yeah.
There's that mouth, that Ninja Scroll mouth.
You lost me on the nose.
You
know that nose? I'm gonna tell for artists out there.
Right there.
If you're gonna do a nose like that, it only works when when the drawing is simple, when it's done in a simple style. If you're gonna render the muscles and all these wrinkles and bolts and cracks, and you draw that nose, it doesn't work.
Yeah. This is a girl nose. He should have brought it a little more definition, at least like that. Something.
He should have drawn like an Ethan nose.
An Ethan nose?
Ethan.
Take up the whole page?
Yeah, just a good size.
Just good old big nostril. That's the only thing on that panel. I fucking love that hand right there. That finger pointing out. Looks his mouth. Look like he got looks like he's holding a frog in his mouth. Love that shit right there. This hand, that's a dope hand. This is a cool figure right here. And then this panel. Come on. You're telling me you don't like those big, thick sausage fingers right there?
It's okay.
Looks like he's got some floppy, flaccid cocks glued to his fist.
Yeah. It's all right.
And look, this is what I'm talking about when I was talking earlier that he, even though it's rounded off, his form is still kind of squarish.
Yeah.
You know? Boop. So if he was doing the shadows, it'd be like that. You can see it in here. Here he's just like defining it all. Everything. It's like a 3D buildup. It's pretty cool. I've been trying to steal a little bit of that. And I really need to learn how to draw.
Don't look at him. Look at the masters.
Don't look at him. Look at his beak. Look at his fucking beak, man.
Dude, there's some Japanese artists that are ridiculous, dude. They're like, I don't know what it is, man. They're just good.
Just the fucking testicles on his mouth.
It's all they do, man. I got a life. I got kids and shit. They don't do anything but draw. So that's why they're better than us, you know?
Better than you. Dalsim looking jacked, baby. Yep. All that defined is 1% body fat. Cool. That sword is pretty rad. Try to get through some of this.
That's okay.
I'm glad I found this page because we were talking about this on the Stephen Platt stream the other day, where Joe did his ultimates and his Savage Wolverine books.
Yeah.
Dude, you sound like you're flinging that thing against a wall. Stop moving.
Me? I'm not moving, dude.
Do something.
Let me see. Let me get back up.
Crazy. Anyway, this is what he did. He would turn an 11 by 17 board sideways, and he would draw 2 pages on it. This looks like 18 and 19, but this is Ultimates issue 1. Put down the pork rinds. And this is pretty cool. Let's go zoom in. Zoom into the blurriness. Again, he's trying to do the blur effect, but still maintain definition. Speed lines, again, picking up. This is later on in his career, too. This was way after Battle Chasers, so he's adding more manga stuff. He's going a little bit further. Bringing out some more joints. Some more of the manga and anime joints. I love that stretch. That stretch he gave that arm. Great. Why that bullet just fucking curved? A Matrix bullet. Matrix bullet. Look at that. This, I still can't do this right. This fucking energy kind of smoke bursting thing. I still can't do it right. Still can't do it. You need an inker on that series. That shit was so muddy when it got printed and colored. That eyeball tickler. That was because of Liquid. They are a great coloring team, but they fucking suck. Okay? They make all their shit way too dark. They don't fucking know how to color for pencils. You go and you look at his Inhumans run, Marte Gracia. Welcome back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Does it sound still crappy or what?
No, it's okay. It sounded like, as someone pointed out, it sounded like you were eating pork rinds.
No, I thought it was coming from you. So I was like, what's wrong with Donald?
No, that ain't me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I got out.
I was yelling about his colorist on Ultimate. Fucking making everything look shitty. Too dark to see. And that was Liquid. You could see some of that in Battle Chasers too. The stuff that they did. It was a little too dark. Huh?
I said fuck Battle Chasers.
But when you look at his Inhuman stuff and you see Marte Gracia coloring him, like he fucking knows how to color pencils. You don't?
I don't like his work. No, I don't like it.
You what?
I don't like him.
He looks like he'd be someone right up your alley. It's like Josh Perez.
No, I'm just joking. I don't like guys who like take over the line work.
You think Gracia does that?
Yeah, nothing personal. I just don't like that style.
I don't think he takes over the line work. I thought he added to it. Like he made it so that the you couldn't really see that there were pencil scratchings for the shading.
I don't know. It's just reality is Joe got lazy. They needed a guy to finish it up for him, and he's the perfect colorist because he does go over. He goes heavy. You know, he takes over. So
he just needs an inker.
Oh, is he?
He needs an inker. Joe needs an inker. Gracia is a colorist.
I don't know, man. I don't know what his problem is. I think Mad has he has the Liefeld problem. They just get over shit. You know what I mean? They'll do 1 issue, 2 issues, and they have cool ideas, and then they just get over it. And they want to move on.
I think that Joe doesn't like using an inker because he likes having ultimate control over how it looks, and he doesn't have confidence in his own inking skills. Because he inked that one page in the Battle Chasers 8, where it was half pencils and half ink. It was like a montage being him, Garrison remembering something.
Mm-hmm.
And
this was a cool page. This was a cool series when he did the Wolverine one.
Let's see if I can fix this a little bit, make it brighter,
make it bigger. Zoom in.
Do it brighter.
That Wolverine face panel right there.
There we go. It's a little better. Zoom into some blur shit.
How much did this make? Can someone find out how much this series made, or what was the numbers on this? Because it has to be high.
That's a good question. It was kind of like it was a return of Joe Mad.
Wasn't what 2014, 2012? When did this come out?
Shit, I don't know.
I know it was around the time when
around
Marvel,
14.
I think this was during the time when Marvel started going towards they started getting woke, this was around that time.
It was definitely around 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted too. When I saw him in Battle Chasers, this is what I wanted. I wanted him using more spot blacks, adding more shading to his shit, and he does it, and then he doesn't hire a fucking inker to make it look good. Does it in pencil. I was like, I don't want to see this.
Another reason why he didn't use an inker is because ever since he's went to video games, a lot of his concept art is in pencils only.
Yeah,
and he has colors do the rest.
Plus, he'd have to pay an inker, and that's $55 out of his pocket.
He's rich. I don't think the money's an issue. I just think
How do you think rich people get rich?
Yeah, but you gotta. He could have easily. He's fine. The $50 ain't gonna break his bank, dude. Come on. You're acting like he's Mike or something. But no, I think he just has a look. He likes paints on pencils. That's when. Remember Udon did that a lot. Udon did that.
Yeah.
During the 2000s, the Japanese that look was pencils and paint. It was popular. I remember Lullaby did it. Udon did it. Dreamwave was doing it. I think
that's what set him off.
What Platt? He did that comic with Image. It was called Saga something.
Soul Saga.
I think that was also in pencils and
nope,
kind of digital color pink paints.
That was in ink. He had Bat and Joe Ames ink in that.
Okay, so I don't know. There was a trend, and I think Joe likes it because he still pencils his shit like normal.
Yeah, there was definitely a trend. Salvador LaRocca was doing it.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of that.
Yeah. And I think that Udon thing, where he did that Street Fighter short, that really set it off because that was done in pencils.
Yeah,
and then they painted the fuck out of that and made it look good.
Dude, his pencils with Arnold Saying, I think they were Arnold Saying colors. Like they are the perfect match. Like that's the perfect guys to color.
That was good. He definitely knows how to fucking handle pencils.
Yeah, dude.
I love this detail. Let's go in here. Let's look at some of this shit.
I can't believe this is what comics used to look like, and now they look like garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah, so much energy in that hit. Look at that.
In the chat, Eyeball Tickler says Savage Wolverine #5 sold 42,000 copies.
Dang.
I feel like
that's not a lot for Joe Mad on a Wolverine.
That should be hype. This should easily be in the 90s. 90K. I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't get it. I don't know how that whole retail, I think it's a scam. I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe the book was late and people dropped off on it.
Who cares? Like as soon as if I'm a retailer and I see, Wolverine, Savage Wolverine #5 by Joe Mad, order that shit. Like, 1,000 copies.
Oh yeah, but there are people out there that don't want to do it. There's a retailer out there that wants to fucking boycott getting new books because DC's going with some other company. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, whatever.
Joe Med came on Savage Wolverine 399. Marvel is 60,600 copies. Wait, he didn't do issues 1 through 5. He started on issue 6.
No, he did. I think. Yeah, he did. I remember he did them all.
I must be misunderstanding Eyeball Tickler. But issue 6 did 60,000 copies.
6,000.
It went up 20,000.
Yeah.
It went up 20,000 after issue 5.
That's weird.
This fucking old dude. I love the way he draws old people, man.
Oh, Frank. It says Frank Cho was on before issue 6.
Oh, no wonder people didn't buy it.
I remember that. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, Joe Mad didn't even finish that run. He can't finish anything, dude.
I feel sorry for his wife.
Oh.
Oh damn.
No, I'm sure they finished because he's got kids, so he finishes and shit.
No, he finished.
He finishes video games, but he doesn't finish comic books. That's for sure.
Certainly not finishing his Kickstarter.
That Wolverine face is the best face, dude. That's just a sick ass face.
Yeah, that's a dope face. There's fucking
that's like prime Joe Mad right there. It's like that's mad. That face is mad.
Piece shit. This old dude. I love the way everything about this fucking old dude here. I love
that whole page is hot. I feel like he did some of his best work on this Wolverine.
There we go. Because it's just everything. This dude looks so fucking old. Looks great. Wolverine looks so fucked up here. His hair looking tight though. Like that mousse he got in it, just on point.
Mecha Side says Joe should hire Roger Cruz to finish Battle Chasers.
That's who was a super Joe Mad clone back in the day.
Yeah, he was a biter, like huge. Like I would get confused by him.
Yeah, I was like, is
He
this
wasn't
Joe
even a
Madden?
clone. He was
No,
just
this is
biting.
someone else. And he like stole actual panels. He would copy actual panels from that dude
Mm-hmm.
from his X-Men run on something like what was it 10th
One
Muse?
thing I can criticize on Joe, well, maybe not too much. I don't know. I feel like he does too many close-up shots.
I can see that.
Like he doesn't pull away enough.
No,
For dramatic or whatever effect.
he was starting to do that in Battle Chasers because he wanted to show off the world. But when he's doing superhero shit, probably does it because
You
he
know what
doesn't
it
want
is
to draw
too?
straight lines and shit. He doesn't want to draw
You know what it is
backgrounds.
too? Sometimes you can't put it on the artist. You got to put it on the writer. And who knows if the writer is telling them, "Hey, this is close in shot."
Maybe.
Have his face. Like sometimes it's because a lot of these Marvel and DC writers don't write epics. They write for like TV shows. So they're always thinking like small. They think very small. They don't think big.
Yeah. This I love the way he
Just
draws.
keep in mind if an artist is doing something, it's probably not his
Eyebrows.
fault to be the writer.
There's so much anger in this picture. The little creases on the eyes. No matter what direction.
That's Donald.
No matter what direction he's drawn an eyeball, an eyebrow, he will make that eyeball adhere to it. Like this eyeball should be like open right here, like this. No, he moved it up. This is like ever changing faces, but it works. It doesn't look like shit.
I think it's even. I think it's balanced.
It works.
Like it lines up with the other eye.
Yeah. But I mean, because it's going wide, like this one is squinted closed and this one's wide, it should be like that.
Yeah, he doesn't exaggerate the eyes a lot. That's one thing I've noticed. His eyes are realistic in terms of everything else he does.
I told my wife I was going to end this at 8 p.m. She just texted me, how did the 8 p.m. ending go? I'm working on it.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. I don't care if you end it.
I'm getting through it quickly.
I got to do shit too.
I want to show this last page. Fucking Kingpin. Look at that. He was really good.
That's not Kingpin. That's Donald.
Missing the beard. Let's give him a beard.
You should just dress up as the Kingpin, dude. Just wear a white suit.
Wear a white suit when I do my streams. Get some.
Yeah, and just be all completely bald and
get shaven. A cane with a big old diamond on the end
blazer,
of it.
A purple shirt. Yeah, do that
with the red ascot.
Dead Spider-Man in the back.
Sit in the dark with just the monitor lighting me.
Yeah. Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Live with Kingpin.
Live with Kingpin. Yeah, people show up and be like, live with Butterbean.
Yeah, that's the bottom panel is Donald eating pineapple pizza.
Fuck you. I'm kicking you now.
Really loves it.
I'm going to ban you from my stream. Ban! Bastard. That's pretty cool. That's dope. What, baby?
Are you going to stay up for a little bit?
Yes, I am. All right, I guess we're going to be ending it there.
Wait, let's do this page, and then that's it.
Okay, real quick. We'll do this one. And again, you can see it here when I was talking about that he just, even when something can be round, he just like corners it off. It's something that definitely kind of picked up over the years for him. This hand. Fuck this hand. This is good. Oh, my kids are screaming.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Donald and Micah Curtis competing to be the Kingpin of Comicsgate. I think I would win. I'm bigger, and I could probably lift more than him.
Oh, for sure, you're bigger. Yeah.
You didn't have to agree
think Mike
with that.
is like 4 feet tall.
I know I can lift more than him because I weigh almost 400 pounds, and I lift it every day.
I like how he does like cloth, bandages, ribbons, all that shit, dude.
Yeah. How the fuck does he manage to make something look so cluttery and dirty and beat up, but still keep things clean? I want to learn that magic trick. The right placement of shit and just makes it. Because I'd be all over here with like.
Well, one thing that can help with that is I don't think he doesn't add like little. He doesn't do what Todd McFarlane does.
I do that.
Yeah, you do that. Like Capullo and McFarlane, they add all this little shit that doesn't make. I mean, it makes sense in what they're trying to do, but it doesn't exist in any sense of reality, like in fictional or our real world. Joe Mad is drawing real shit, cartoony, basically. So, so the cracks and all that stuff, he's just drawing cracks. He's not drawing just lines. You get what I'm
smoking saying? Crack too.
Look, so that's why his shit doesn't look cluttered.
This is me. This is me right here. This is how I would just completely fuck up all this.
But that's what I'm saying. None of that exists. That's not real. That doesn't.
It's if you want to do what Joe man is doing,
that's not texture.
It's texture.
This is bullshit.
It's giving it grit. You're.
It's fake. That's all.
You're bullshit.
That's comics hate right there. Why do you hate comics, Donald?
I don't. I love it. That's why I love drawing so much crap on it. I can't stop drawing. Look, I can't quit. I can't stop. Can't stop going.
You should.
Going. I got to keep going. It needs more texture.
Like you should do little copies. Don't copy Joe Mad's figures, but copy his rooms or his objects, his weapons, all that shit. Just copy it and see how it comes out. And hold back. Don't add
Andrew, make me stop. Make me stop. I can't stop. I'm just adding more and more.
No,
and I can't stop. I can't stop.
You look like it looks like a kid went in there with a red marker and just drew all over that damn.
It needs more texture. It needs more texture. More texture.
Donald went in there with his red marker.
More. Give it more. Give it more texture. More texture. Get some white ones in here too. Let's get some white texture in here.
That's not good.
Get some white texture. Can't see it, but it's there. Some white texture. Oh, we need some more in the background too.
It needs more lines.
More lines. More lines. Get some more texture here. Some more.
So once you learn how to hold back, it's going to start, some
shadows. There we go. There we go.
I hope Joe Mad is watching this.
Some cross-hatching going. Joe, you need to do this. Do this, Joe. Get some more texture. Get some of that Dave Finch shit going. Some of that.
Oh, no.
Some of that Stephen Platt. Some Stephen Platt. Dave Finch stuff. Get some of that in there. Get some of that in there. And then you need stuff in here. You just need some stuff in here. I don't know.
He's like, what are you doing?
Some shapes. Just get some shapes in there, Joe. Get some shapes in there. Something. Fill up the whole panel with stupid fucking lines. Just fill it up. Get it all in there. Get in there nice and good. Nice and good. Get some more texture in here. Like this. Because you get the shadows coming. Gotta get some.
Todd McFarlane right now is just getting off on this.
There we go. Some more shadows. Some more. Get some more. Get some in there. And you have some going this way for no reason too. Because you want to make sure that the people know that there's shadows coming this way. Look, just get some more. All the texture. Get all the texture in there so people know that there's shit.
Are you trying to draw like Finch now or what? What's going on with you?
No, I'm playing around with textures.
That's not texture.
Playing around. Just playing around. Just get it all in there. Get all in there. Oh, look at that.
Imagine if someone caught you scribbling on a wall and you're like, I'm just adding texture.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the little pocks in there. Little pock marks. Get some pock marks. And then you just go in there and you touch it up with some white, right?
That's
you
racist.
Go over there and you touch it up with some white. Break it up a little bit.
Got to be white. Why not black or brown?
Breaking it up. Getting it in there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Isn't that so much better? So much better. And then just for shits and giggles, we'll take that saturation down. And now it's, look at that.
What did you do?
Oh, I made it so much better. Look at all that texture.
Oh, man.
Look at all that. Look, now this thing looks so gritty. It's gritty and it's edgy.
Was that 8 p.m. Central?
Pacific. All right, I'm gonna shut it down here. My wife is trying to get naked.
No, I'm not.
So
Why would you say stuff like that?
It's all art.
Excuse me.
It's all art.
My jammy.
see, she's trying to get naked.
I am
Anyway,
not.
so
I'm gonna murder you.
naked on screen. I think people will see that.
Murder you.
I'm live.
No,
I'm gonna
Sleep.
okay. I'm gonna stay live until you like leave, so that people can see you murder me.
Sweetie.
Anyway.
Sweetie.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and
If I
thanks
was
for
to tell you, no one would
thanks.
ever find out.
ruining the ending of my show. Just ruining it. I'm saying, trying to
This
say
is
thank
what-
you to
what makes
people
you
for
so
stopping by, and just thanks for helping out, Andrew.
You want to show
I'll see
No problem, man.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.
End the broadcast. End it again.